I'll do. Welcome back to Backroads Country and the final episode of the series. Last episode we got all 9 fields planted with soybean and harvested. So we've got about 800,000 litres of soybeans in the silo. We're still in October because I was just checking productions and prices, and sugar's still at a really good price. Buffalo mozzarella is as well, so I thought we might as well get rid of those. So start the episode off with another 200k into the bank. Not a bad start at all. I've levelled up the dairy. That cost me 77,000 because we've got loads of raw materials in there, and we need to get everything produced before we end the series, otherwise we're just going to be losing cash. The bakery is full of flour, so I have swapped the grain mill from distributing flour to storing flour, and it was basically full, the grain mill storage. It instantly spawned 45 pallets of flour, so they're all in the storage. We're full again in the pallet storage, hence why I'm trying to get rid of some produce. This episode is just going to be a case of selling off everything we've got. Majority of the stuff will go December, January when it's peak time. We'll end the episode in June when it's peak selling time for the soybeans. And anything that's left over in June we shall just sell off then. So there's nothing left for me to do into October. I just want to check prices. I think December's the next month. It might be November. I don't know if it's out to go in November. So we can sell the canola in November. We've got 40,000 litres of that. Canola oil can go in November as well. Eggs, I'm sure they peaked in September, but their price is on the up, so we can do that next month. Okay, yeah, so November we're going to have canola oil and eggs to sell. So we'll pass on to November, and we will start selling off more goods. Okay, we're into November. I'm down at the flour mill with a canola. We've got just over 41,000 litres of canola. Not a bad amount, not loads, but it should be a nice little bit of cash. Yeah, what's that? 190 grand. Not to be sniffed at all. So, I can't remember if I said, but I've levelled up the dairy. I think I said, can't remember. Levelled up the dairy, and it's now producing pretty much double what it was producing before. We got nearly 6 pallets of chocolate per month, which is lovely. So we are going to have excess chocolate to sell off. I'm just playing it very carefully with the productions because I don't want to overstock them and then be left when we end the series with loads of products, raw products sat in the factories. So I'm just adding a little bit at a time each month to keep them topped off for ones that need it. So we've got the eggs and the canola oil to sell next. They're sat in the lorry. Best place for that is the sell all. So we'll jump into the lorry and we'll get those sold off. Okay, we've got 20 pallets of eggs, 22 pallets of canola oil, which is not too bad. So we only topped the canola mill, the oil mill up with canola when we harvested it. 340k, that takes us over the 5 mil mark. The next 2 months are going to be the biggest selling months for us. We've got probably, let's try to think, the only things we haven't that don't sell in those months is sunflower oil, the clothes. The spinner is now empty of cotton, so all of the clothes have been produced. They're April. I think that's it, really. I mustn't forget to sell all the straw bales we've got sat in storage as well. So next month we have got, well, the flour alone is going to fill up a whole wagon. Lettuce is going to be 1.5 lorry loads. Bread, you know, we've got, I'd probably say 4 or 5 lorry loads of goods to sell over the next 2 months. So this is going to be the real time where we start making some serious cash. So let's get into December and let's get the majority of our products sold off. Okay, we are into December and we've got the first lorry load of produce, 66 pallets of flour. Great place to start selling off. All this was just sat in the storage of the grain mill because the bakery were full, so not bad, 261 grand. Not bad at all for his first lorry load. Like I say, I reckon we're probably going to have 3 or 4 lorry loads. Plus, we got a bit of wheat to sell off. Because everything's topped up. Chickens have got enough food to get them through now till we finish the series. So the wheat's just sat in the silo, so we'll get rid of that as well. We'll get rid of all the pallets first. And then we'll move on to bulk products. Still got some more flour to go. So it'll be a mixed lorry load next. Let's see what we get for the next one. Okay, well I was wrong. The only thing we've got to sell this month is the flour and the bulk wheat. Everything else is January. I thought it was a mix of December and January, but it's not. It's all January. So this is the last bit of flour. Another 91,000. Not too bad. We've got the AI worker just driving the tractor down to flour mill to get that salt off. So I'll just jump in there and take over. Don't know why they've gone this way around, but it's the... I think it's the longer way around, but... what do I know? Okay, we've got 77,000 litres just over of wheat, which is currently at best price. So let's see what we get for it. Not too bad, another 160k. Nothing else to sell this month. Could do the straw, I suppose. Nah, it's supposed to be better next month. So yeah, we'll. I need to get the cows fed. We're out of TMR now, so we're on to the silage from that last grass cut. There's about 600,000 litres of silage, I think. So 300,000 litres per cow shed, which should be enough to get us through to June when we finish the series. So we'll pass through to January, where we're going to sell off the majority of our goods. And we can really see some cash coming in then. And the big selling month of January is upon us. First lorry load we've got is lettuce. This was just from the greenhouses, they haven't even started on the storage yet. Let's have a look. Nice, okay, 330,000 from that first load, and it wasn't full. We could have got another 2 pallets in there as well. I've been a bit cheeky. I've put all the straw bales into the TMR mixer because we can unload it into trailer as a loose product. So that means we can take it all in one load with a TARDIS trailer. Same as last month, we're going to get all the pallets gone first, and then we'll move on to the bulk materials. Next load is a mix of lettuce and strawberries. For some reason, when I started filling this lorry, I got massive frame drops. It doesn't like being fully stacked, this curtain cider. But let's see what we'll make off the next load of veg. Nice, another £260,000. So that's all the fruit and veg gone. So that leaves us with bread, cake. I'm not going to list off because there's loads. So we'll get the next lorry and we'll bring it back. Okay, we're on to the baked goods. Now we've got a lorry load full of bread. Still got 4 pallets of bread left as well. So we've produced a decent amount of bread over the year. Oh, very nice. 600 grand. Beautiful. Next lorry load will be a mix of bread, cake and bottled milk, I think. So see what we'll get for that. This is the last of the pallets to be selling in January. We've got 12 cake, 4 bread, 24 butter and 33 bottled milk. Now I don't know how it works because previously we've filled up on 66 pallets. But there's like 70 odd here and it's not even full. So I don't know how it works out the capacity, but let's see what we get. Ooh, very nice. 475? 73? 74. 474. Okay, so that's it for the pallets. We've got bulk material now. We've got milk, buffalo milk. We've got all the straw to go. I think that's it. I think the rest of it's middle of the year. So we'll start off with the straw. We can get all that down to the sell all. The buffalo milk I'll take down to the general store. And the normal milk I'll take to the sell all because it's right next to the cow barn and we're going to have to do multiple trips. I forgot to take the flour. So I've got the AI worker driving down to the general store with his first tanker load of buffalo milk. We're going to have 2 full tankers. I've got flour and then I've got the AI worker on follow me with the straw. We've got full fleet out this morning. 23 pallets of flour. Another 90,000. We've got a lot of straw. 840,000 litres to be precise. Let's see what we get for this. Another 35,000. Not bad at all. I'm just thinking what else we've got bulk wise. So we've got all the buffalo milk, the standard milk. Could sell off the corn. What's my cereal factory looking like? We'll put some into the cereal factory. And then we'll sell off the rest, I think. Anything else to go? No, March for the sunflowers. We'll sell off the sugarcane in June when we sell off the soybeans. Okay, so we'll get the corn loaded up next, I think. Okay, we've got some corn in the cereal factory and we've got 110,000 litres to sell off. Another 160,000 and then the buffalo milk. Another 576 grand off the buffalo milk. Lovely. We've got another tanker full of buffalo milk to go. So I'll go quickly grab that. And then after that we've just got the standard milk. 90, so we'll have 3 trailers of standard milk after this, and then that'll do it for January. And then I think we're looking at March for the cereal and the oils, April for the clothes, and then everything will sell in June regardless of price, because that'll be our last month. That's when the soybeans go and the last of the produce. Whoa. Should have stayed on the road. Another 504,000, so the buffalo milk alone brought us in over 1 million, which is amazing. So we're going to get 3 tanker loads of standard milk salt off, and then that will be it for January. I've got a bit of a traffic jam at the sell point, forgot about that. Well, that went well. Okay, so what we're getting for that? 82, nearly 83 grand a trailer. Or a tanker, I should say. Not too bad at all. Okay, with that last trailer load of milk, that takes us over the 9 mil mark. So we're going to be way over 10. We could even be looking at 15 mil. What have we made this month? So 1.5 on products, plus another 200 there. Let me get a calculator. So this month we have made 3,380,000. Amazing. Okay, so I'll pass through to March now, where we'll get the cereal salt off and anything else that goes in March. I'm not sure. I think some of the oil maybe. And then we'll go to April for the close, and then it will be the final month. Then we'll pass through to June and just sell off. Whoa! After we've written off the lorry, pass through to June and just sell off all remaining products and get a final figure for the series. Okay, we are into March and we have the lorry loaded up with 47 pallets of cereal, which is amazing. 28 pallets of sunflower oil. See what we get for this. Wow. That is our biggest ever lorry load. 1.06 plus 142, so 1.2 million from the cereal and the sunflower oil. Takes us over the 10 mil mark. Cereal, definitely worth it. Absolutely stunning. Okay, next up, clothes. Okay, we got 12 pallets of clothes. I also forgot to sell the sunflowers off in March, so he's behind me and follow me. Bring in the sunflowers. Okay, another 625. Let's see what we got off the sunflowers. Another 420. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so that's it for now. Moving to June, and then we'll sell everything off and see what we finish with. Okay, we are into June and we've got ourselves a convoy. I've got the sugarcane in this one, the lorry's full, the fence pulling the flatbed that's full, the Mercedes is pulling the tanker that's got buffalo milk in. Everything is going to the sell-all, apart from the soybeans, that will go down to the flour mill, because that's got the best price. So it's just going to be a case of going round, hoovering up all of the remaining produce, getting it to the sell all. I've got a mountain of eggs at the chicken coop. I've not really moved anything out of any of the productions because they can store quite a lot. So this is it, guys. This is the final sell of the series. We're already at 11.2 mil. So let's get it going. Good start there, 300k from the sugarcane. This lorry is full of flour. Come on, son, get up there. Nice, okay. Okay, all of our produce has gone. We've got the last bit here, the big money load soybeans, 789,000 litres of them. Just over 14 mil for everything else. So I'm going to be very interested to see what we get off this and what we finish the series on. Here we go. Look at that money flying up. Wow, 5.8 million from that load of soybeans. And that is it. Just shy of 20 million total. 105 real-time hours it's taken me to do this series, but I've loved every single minute of it. So we're ending the episode and ending the series on nearly 20 million, which I think, you know, we've smashed it. 20 million, great stuff. We've still got all of his fields, all of his farm buildings, all of his productions, all of his vehicles. We're going to leave that. We're going to say it's been inherited by the grandkids. But that is it for Backroads Country. Next series, I'm going to do the Retro Rewind 90s Video Store Simulator. So that'll be it. First episode of that will be out 2 days after this episode hits. And I hope you enjoy that one. Something a bit different. Like I say, I've got the next Farm Sim series already planned out. So we know what we're doing there. I envisage the Retro Rewind series to be about 10 episodes all in all probably. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode and the series. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.